The Israeli-Iranian war has apparently started. From the last 30 minutes, there are reports of explosions in Syria and in Iraq, but more importantly, out of the Iranian Republic as well. According to the reports, the attacks have struck the Iranian nuclear program. In this video, we're going to talk about that little that we already know and what is to be expected in the coming days and weeks. After that strike directly from Iran with over 300 cruise missiles, drones and ballistic missiles on Israel, it was obvious that Israel will have to strike back. I made a video about it here. Now, this attack apparently has happened, and not just targets in Syria and in Iraq were hit. And from Iraq, there's talk that in Baghdad itself, a building was struck in which militia chiefs were meeting with Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps units. So this should already be a high value target, but the more important thing is that explosions are being reported from Isfahan and from Natanz, two of the biggest sites of the Iranian nuclear program. In the last days, the Iranians basically hinted that if the escalations will continue, that Iran will go the step towards the nuclear weapon, or that it at least keeps the option open. And what we see now is Israel trying to close that door, Israel trying to make it impossible for Iran, or at least make it more difficult for Iran to go for the nuclear weapon. As Iran previously had said that from now on they are going to continue striking Israel whenever their interests are being attacked, basically saying whenever even targets in Syria, for instance, are being struck, they will strike from Iran into Israel. It was obvious that Israel will have to strike back, and they will have to strike back hard. Otherwise, they would accept a red line of 300 and something missiles, rockets, cruise missiles and drones that don't require a strike back, and they would have to face Iranian attacks anytime, all the time. So this was clear that this is going to happen, but Iran closed its door itself for a de-escalation afterwards, as they said, should Israel attack them, then they will strike Israel again, and much, much harder this time. So we can expect a follow-on strike by the Iranian Republic on Israel in the coming days or weeks. And according to them, they will aim to do it much, much more serious and much bigger. This is clear that this will then continue with strikes from Israel. So for the next days and weeks, we will see an increased fighting between the two nations, a clear escalation forward, as once the gloves are off, Israel under Benjamin Netanyahu will try its best to take out the Iranian nuclear program as much as they can, at least for now. Whether allies will join in is completely unclear as of now. Whether the Arab nations will help Israel again to defend against strikes against it is unclear. Whether they actually are going to help Israel strike Iran is another question. It's not completely out of the question, but still somewhat or fairly unlikely. The US have said they're not going to join in, but who knows at this point? There were even rumors in the last days that Azerbaijan is going to allow Israel to use several of its airports for strikes against Iran. But this is an old rumor that is probably 20 years old already. And I don't see that much for Azerbaijan to gain in this whole thing, unless Aliyev thinks that he can liberate the southern Azerbaijanis in Iran and be able to rule them afterwards. There's not much for him to gain in this. So I think this is fairly unlikely. Anyways, as of now, the information is fairly thin, so you have to understand that there's a lot of speculation in what I'm saying right now. But if you don't want to miss it in the future, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. As of now, we don't know how it's going to continue, whether Iran is going to close down the Strait of Hormuz. That is kind of likely, and this will obviously mean a massive spike in the oil prices. So I guess it wouldn't be too stupid to fill up your gas tank and some jerry cans if you have them as of now. Gas is not going to run out tomorrow or in a week, but the prices might go up in the coming days. And at least from what I've seen, it seems that the oil markets have already reacted and the price, at least for the moment, seems to be going up. Anyways, as of now, this is more or less all we have as of now. I think it's not over with this. It is going to continue, and Iran will try to keep its face after giving those big threats towards Israel. They will try to make up for it. They will try to strike Israel harder than they did in the past. So this will continue, and it will continue to escalate. At least that seems likely as of now. If you don't want to miss it, as said, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. If you like this video, if you appreciated it despite the topic, then please give it a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. And leave a comment what you think about the current situation and where do you think it's going to go in the future. This channel is only possible because of the support of viewers like you. If you like to support the channel, you can do so by the means in the description. Thank you very much for everyone already supporting this channel. That's it from me for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back.